Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe limited edition cold cast quarter scale Beastman bust from Tweeterhead. That's right, we're taking a look at the third release in Tweeterhead's new line of high-end statues featuring Masters of the Universe characters. Now, what I've got here, the third release, isn't actually out yet, so I gotta give a special thanks to Tweeterhead for sending this along early. This here is an early sample, so I don't actually have a box for it, but it will come in the same fully enclosed boxes that we've seen with both Skeletor and She-Ra, which I've already reviewed, so make sure you check those out. So we're just gonna go ahead and dive right on in and take a look at the Beastman bust here. Now, like I said, this is an early sample, but you can see it's pretty final. This is gonna pretty much represent exactly what the final version will look like once it is released. So let's go ahead and dive right in and start taking a look at it. Now, just like the other busts in this line, when you get it, it will be in two separate pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart just to show you here. The base plugs into the bust there, and you can see it's got a nice deep set socket there, and there's a nice little kind of lip on this, so there's only one way you can fit it in, and like we've seen with the others, an embedded magnet, which will also help hold it in place. So all you have to do is kind of pop that in there, the magnet clicks on there nice and tight, really locks it into place. You can see it holds it very well, and it does a great job of holding the bust up. Now, it's a cold cast bust, so it's very solid all the way through, and it's very heavy. And Beastman here is huge. I mean, he is just massive compared to the other busts. So if we pull in the tape measure, you can see that he is over 9 inches tall. He is nearing 10 inches in height. And look, from shoulder to shoulder, I mean, this guy is almost 8 inches across in length. So he's almost as wide as the Skeletor bust is tall. It's really, really impressive. So that's pretty cool. You know, Beastman, I always like it when Beastman is depicted as a bigger, hulking character, and that's definitely what they were going for with this specific bust. So let's go and take a look at some of those sculpted details, because Tweeterhead's really been doing some amazing detailed sculpts, and Beastman is no exception. He's got this really great look to him. He's kind of got his head cocked over to the side, but he's got this great kind of growl or snarl going on where he's really gritting these teeth. And just look at those teeth. Very, very impressive. Got those great fangs sticking out. They're all miscolored, misshapen. Just some gnarly looking teeth in there. You know, got that big kind of ape nose. Got very ape-like face. You know, Beastman's always had that. I always love kind of like the little beard piece sticking down here too. But just a great look overall. It does a great job of capturing the way that the figures have always looked, as well as the way he was drawn in the original mini comics and such. Some of that old artwork. I really feel like that's what the inspiration was for this particular bust. You got those great markings on there with his fur, the blue around the eyes. It looks like kind of like some greenish blue pupils in there, but just really, really great look to the sculpt. And there's some really nice shading. You'll notice he's not like a bright orange like the vintage figure. He's more toned down, you know, kind of more dingy looking, a little dirty. Definitely has a bit of a 2000X influence to it, I think. But you can see he's kind of got that orangish brown fur. Got some really nice wash in there that helps to bring out all of the sculpt of the fur there. You can see it's kind of real ratty and everything. I love that. And then he's got the big collar that he's always wearing, kind of the big, the vest type thing that goes over his neck, around his back. You can see big fur kind of collar there, hangs down over his back. You got those great spikes sticking out of it. And it comes down over his chest, of course, and you can see really great details on the straps that are coming out from the bottom of it. Kind of got this great bronze and gold color scheme going on, so a bit metallic. And then there's that great kind of chain necklace thing that he's always wearing with his armor there, which looks really, really great. I mean, just look at the detail on the sculpt on this. Great little skull worked in there with these crazy teeth and like these little tusks basically sticking off of it, little red gem in the center. And it's got this great kind of metallic blue going on there. It's like a blue and silver mix. So it really kind of shines and stands out on this piece. But overall, just a really great sculpt. Looks fantastic. And below that, he's sitting on the same kind of red rock base that we've seen with the other busts in this line as well. It's meant to look kind of like the old Masters of the Universe vintage card backs with the red rock explosion behind it. So really cool design. It definitely helps tie all the busts together that they've got the same display base there. So just a really, really intense looking sculpt there. Very impressive overall. I really like this one. So how about a little bit of comparison time? Here's the new Beastman bust standing alongside the Masters of the Universe Classics Beastman action figure, which will give you a good idea of the scale. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new quarter-scale Beastman bust from Tweeterhead. Another overall very impressive display piece. So if you're a big Beastman fan, I think this will be a really great one to add to your collection. Or if you're just looking to collect a new line of master statues, Tweeterhead's doing some pretty cool stuff here. And it's just really nice to see some busts like this again. We had some back in the 2000X era from NECA, and I loved those. So it's really nice getting some new interpretations of these characters to display along with the statues. Some more high-end collectibles for Masters of the Universe. Again, special thanks to Tweeterhead for sending this along early so we could get a good look at it up close. This is available for pre-order now at online stores. Places like BigBadToyStore.com are carrying it. So, happy hunting, my friends! And hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of my Masters of the Universe or other toy reviews. Until next time, my friends!
We'll be right back.